Tonight, from Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. And the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Teddy Bridgewater and the Denver Broncos.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. Again, everybody, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
Now I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And it is Teddy Bridgewater leading the way in his 7th season out of Louisville.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. The safeties were well back there, and he had a lot of room. Were they in the cover, too?
Yeah, they were, and the safeties were back. You know, usually they're 12 to 15 yards off the line of scrimmage, somewhere around the hash mark for each of them. But what also happens if the linebackers dive into the line, if you block them initially, that blocker can come off of them and get up to the safeties on the second level, and now you've got a big place to run the football.
At the 42-yard line.
Second and 14. This is Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Got a man. He finds Sanders.
Bridgewater's pass.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory, down at the 33. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Devon Hamilton with the tackle.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. 17 carries, 76 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind, he knitted together the 2 weeks.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
touchdown.
Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is Tony Pollard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now under their veteran head coach, Andy Reid. Leading them out, the reigning MVP of the National Football League in his 3rd season now from Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Again, Jackson. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Chris Carson trotting back out there. At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season. But Some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. On third down, Carson. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Broncos first down.
Play fake. Bridgewater. Rolling to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Here's Carson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Chiefs 14, Broncos 7.
They run it with Carson down to the 25. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Now it's Carson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jerome Baker, the Dolphins' leading tackler a season ago, tallies another one. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Emmanuel Sanders.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They dialed up a 3rd and 1 blitz defensively. It worked.
Yeah, and a lot of people would think, hey, they thought pass and they guessed right. In a lot of cases, you bring the blitz just to mess up the blocking on a running play. Instead, in this situation, the run wasn't there. They just followed everything right back to the quarterback.
14,
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Play action. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And he's made it easy for us to put together a highlight package. Just wondering what he ate before this one started.
Let's include that in the package, right? Get the gourmet out here, figure it all out, and guaranteed he'll do that going forward as well, because with a game like this, you don't want to change things too much. Oh, yeah, you also want to continue to get that great blocking he's received today, too.
Yeah, kudos to the guys up front indeed. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Decided to keep it that time on the option. Got out left, but the defense was right there.
And you know what happened on that play, right? Because the defense, as you said, not letting him get upfield. No place for him to ever duck his shoulders and turn upfield and gain yardage. Had to keep moving out laterally. Nice play by the defenders. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to someone else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jackson. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, Jackson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
4-yard line.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun, eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run, it's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. To throw again on second down, Jackson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. Sony Michel, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting Cleveland Browns. Colin Kaepernick, over 400 yards passing with 3 touchdown passes as well. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This taken in about 4 yards deep. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. On first down, it's Gibson, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
28-yard line.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Olivier Vernon. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Play action. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
At the 38-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll run with Pollard, and he'll take this one down to the 36. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They go play action with Jackson. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos.
Jackson on the keeper.
A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Murray. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Broncos.
Bridgewater again. Sanders has it over the middle. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
The ball carrier.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Denver.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater, throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Again, it's Murray. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Latavius Murray. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Jackson on first down. And they'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. After the sack on first down, Jackson on the run. He'll let it go deep, right sideline. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Patrick Peterson.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. On first down, Murray. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll complete this one to Barrios. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
First down, Denver.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos will extend their lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
First and 10 at the 36.
Off the play fake. Jackson, he's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And that'll be complete to the running back, Gibson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Jackson will throw again. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. 12 more yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
A gain of 3 brings up second.
On second and goal, Jackson, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Come on, dog!
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Eluding the pressure, and he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
Jerome Baker in on the tackle.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up second and 12. At the 35-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. On third down, Carson. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Lamar Jackson and the offense down by a field goal, 56 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Jackson to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
A score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Bridgewater. He's going to drop this one down for Murray. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Bridgewater's pass intercepted. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Kansas City, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
Thank you.